Rotten Tomatoes. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves, okay? Ashamed of yourselves. 39%? 39%? Come on, y'all. Justice League, I know Justice League had flaws, but it was a good movie. It wasn't no 39%. Y'all tripping. Seriously. Get it together. Hey everyone, it's Sharna from Pay or Wait, and today I'm going to be reviewing Justice League! Okay, so I was really depressed at first, because I had to go out of the country for a friend's wedding on a cruise, and I was like, oh my god, I want to miss Justice League. You guys should really feel the power of friendship that I missed out on Justice League. And I was on the Carnival Vista ship, and lo and behold, they have a full IMAX theater, and then I go downstairs, and guess what? They had Justice League playing on the ship. So I had a chance to go see it on Thursday, and I was too excited. So, Justice League is directed by Zack Snyder, who we know had personal issues happen towards the end of the movie, so Joss Whedon came and stepped in to handle some of the reshoots and packaging the movie together. So in Justice League, basically we have all of our superheroes being reintroduced to us, some more a little bit further than what happened in Batman vs. Superman with the quick intros that they were given. But Bruce Wayne sets out to find all of these superheroes to build a team to handle a new villain called Steppenwolf, who is just bringing some bad mojo, trying to just destroy the world. Everyone just wants to destroy Earth and take it over. I don't understand what it is. But we're then introduced to everyone. We're introduced to Aquaman. We already know Wonder Woman, Batman, and Cyborg and Flash. So, and we're gonna say Superman. It's not a spoiler. I'm not doing a spoiler review, but you guys already know Superman's in it. So I'm gonna talk about Superman oh, cat's out of the bag. You already knew. Whatever. So, let's talk about what I liked about this movie. I thought this movie was really fun. I really love seeing all of the heroes interact with one another. I will have to say that even though it hurts that I say this because I was upset that TV Flash wasn't in this version of the Justice League movie, but I thought Ezra did a very good job as Flash. He was funny, he was real quirky, he brought that comedic feeling to the movie, which isn't really heavy like you thought it was going to be. It's a really light movie, but it works for what they were trying to do. I totally understand. Also too, so this is kind of going to tie into the good and the bad, but just go with me here. So for Cyborg, so I thought Cyborg was just going to be a little role, he was kind of just going to make comments here and there, but Cyborg actually had an intricate part to the story and tie into what they were trying to do, which I actually really enjoyed, and it actually made me really excited to see a Cyborg movie, and I think the audiences will be more excited for Cyborg, if you weren't already a Cyborg fan, but it just made me more interested in him getting his own movie. I like all of the characters. Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, she's the bee's knees, okay? All her scenes, I was just yes, I'm here for it. But my favorite part of this movie was Superman. I was yes, this is the Superman that I've been wanting to see, because he's the shit, okay? He's the shit. It's Superman, okay? And in this film, he just gave me all of my life, all of it. And there's a scene, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there's a scene where you're just damn, can we just watch this for the rest of the movie? Because I'm totally okay with where this is going right now. But anywho, overall, I think they mesh well, as a group, which is another good thing that I like. I also think some of the disagreements between some of the characters, when those moments happen, I was yo, this superhero movie just turned into a little soap opera. I'm here for this drama, which made me want to have more of the character conflicts between the heroes. But for those who had it, it worked, and I really liked it. And I think the audience like really enjoyed those moments. Want to see a little bit more of that, and hopefully in the future movies, like they will have more of that like character conflict with one another. But I think that worked for the film. Now getting into some of the flaws of the film. First and foremost, you guys know my rule, like my attention span is not always there, so I'm really not here for these movies that are over 2 hours. But I think for this movie, there needed to be an exception to be made, especially due to the fact that most of these characters have not had their own movies to truly get a backstory. For those who read the comics, like yes, like they understand everyone's backstory, how they all end up together, but for most people who are going to see this movie, they don't really know any of the characters' backstories outside of who we've already seen: Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. And even you can count Flash into it because most people watch the TV show, or you should be watching the TV show. So if you're not, like, go on Netflix, take care of that right now. But it felt like for the first part of the movie, when they tried to introduce everyone, it was really choppy. It was like, okay, let's cut to this person. Okay, we're getting a little bit, and it's like, oh, okay, we're done. Let's go to the next person. Like, because we only got 2 hours to get this together. And I think for this movie, like, it should have been a little bit longer. And you can kind of tell that they did the best that they could with the time that was allotted to them. So it's not like I'm not being that much of a stickler on it. But I think for this, Warner Brothers should have made an exception. Like, hey guys, we're gonna give you an extra 30 minutes. Do what you need to do. Make this an awesome movie, and like my audiences will be okay with it. So another issue that I had, Aquaman, like Jason Momoa, like thank you for giving me like all of these shirtless scenes, but I wanted to see more of Aquaman. He had like his scene where it's kind of introduced, and I just like, we could have got a little bit more. Like, I wanted to just see more of him. He kind of turned out to be who I thought Cyborg was going to be. Kind of like pop in, give like a couple of lines or whatnot. But they actually kind of reverse one another. But my biggest issue with the movie was the third act. It was like the same thing that happened in Batman versus Superman to me. Like, the first part of the movie, it was fine, it was entertaining, and then we kind of get back to the villain. And in the beginning with Steppenwolf, like, they had a great intro for how they started the movie to introduce the villain. And then kind of when he gets to the part where like, okay, like he's almost done doing what like he set out to do, so I'm expecting him to get a little bit more like meaner, more like just more powerful, because he's supposed to be like more powerful at this point. And it was just like, I didn't really see a difference. It was just like, you're kind of the same as you were in the beginning, and it just wasn't a believable, I mean, it was a believable villain, but it was just kind of like, could have did without him. The third act was kind of just like, okay, let's wrap it up. Let's put a bow on it. Let's say that we like got everything together. And it's just kind of like, I wanted a little bit more out of that, which is the same issue that I had with the third act of Batman versus Superman. Also too, some of the comedy works, especially for characters like Flash. But for other people, we kind of threw some like comedy lines. I was like, okay, I get it's supposed to be cheesy, but this is a little bit too cheesy. Like, I can't even laugh at it. It's just too much, and it just kind of feels out of place. But overall, even though Rotten Tomatoes and all these critics, they're just like bashing this movie is not a bad movie. It is a good movie. It was entertaining. I didn't get sleepy because, trust me, I've been struggling with a couple of these past movies that I've seen. I've struggled to stay awake in movies. And like, I was here, like I was zoned in from beginning to end. And like, the movie made me so excited. It made me excited just to see all of them together, but it made me excited to see like the individual movies that come out with the different characters. So for me, I would say don't listen to all of these little critics, because it's not true. It's a good movie, and I would definitely tell people that you should pay to go see this movie in theaters. It's fun. I think everybody will enjoy it. When the action's there, it's there. The camaraderie between the Justice League, all of the superheroes coming together to fight off this villain, it makes for a good movie, and I'm excited to see what DC does next, because I just want DC to be great. Because DC, you can be great, okay? I just need you to take it up a couple of more notches and fix some of these kinks with the movie. But overall, I thought it was good. So as always, I'm Sharonda from Pay Your Weight. And if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I will see you soon.